think the frequency of something like preeclampsia is twice as high
Wow.
among non-Hispanic Black women as it is among white women. And
That's a huge
counterintuitively,
difference.
oh, it's
That's
a
a
big
huge
difference.
difference.
It's a big difference. Yeah. And there have been some rather well-known persons who have suffered with preeclampsia in their pregnancy. Serena Williams is one, Beyonce with her twins, and
Yeah.
so on. Um, and it's not only access to care, but there's also this thought, Chris, that there's an implicit bias that comes into play sometimes, and what is called allostatic load, the sorts of pressures that people of color, the stresses that they have to deal with every day in every facet of their lives that just contributes to these comorbidities that play into
Yeah.
further the pregnancy complications.
Yeah, and I know that, I mean, there's a lot of discussion that's been going on recently too about how the medical books are written for white, Caucasian people,
Yes,
and some diseases, some morbidities, present themselves very differently on darker skin than they do on lighter
yes,
skin.
yes.
Like skin cancers and things like that, for example, is a great example of that. So there's a lot of, unfortunately, this sort of systemic problem that we've had for a long time seems to, like we're still dealing with issues that, have risen out of the past, which
Right.
is deeply unfortunate, I think.
That continue to haunt us. Yeah, I read a wonderful interview that Serena Williams did. I think it was for Vogue or Elle magazine, where she was
And
talking.
just to put a point on it, I mean,
Yeah.
nobody could be more fit than Serena Williams.
Oh,
So,
oh,
I mean, it's not a
exactly.
matter of
Uh,
like your fitness level, for
yeah,
preeclampsia, right?
yeah, exactly. And there's a certain amount of preeclampsia that's related to obesity, and
Hmm.
clearly not an obese
Not fat.
person, a very
Yeah.
fit person, as you said. But she talked, Chris, about, and I found this fascinating. She said, I'm an athlete. I know my body. And I
Right.
knew that something was wrong. I couldn't breathe. I had a terrible headache. But the staff seemed to be more concerned about her baby.
Hmm.
And not, I don't think she quite said downplaying her concerns, but not hearing her.
Yeah.
Um,